So we showed you an example of an even function and how to prove it was even. We showed you an example of an odd function. Now let's take a look at this function. Now is this even, odd, or neither? Well, again, if we look at the exponents, this is odd. This is odd, so that's pretty good. This is an odd number, but what's its exponent? Well, if it's in a power of x, because these are all polynomials in x, so this is a polynomial in x, this would be times x to what power? The 0. And notice how that's even. So I've got odd, odd, even, so it's neither, because it's a mixture. So it's neither odd or even, because we actually have an even exponent here. X to the 0 is even. Now let's just prove it. So we know it's an odd function because, I'm sorry, we know it's neither. Okay? It's neither because we have odd exponents and even exponents. The constant term, by the way, is always even, so that's kind of a giveaway there. So now let's prove it, and let's see if we can show that f of negative x is neither f of x nor negative f of x. So let's take f of negative x. So I've got 3 times negative x to the 5th plus 2 times negative x to the 3rd plus 3. And you notice that this is going to be negative x to the 5th. So it'll be negative 3 times x to the 5th. And this will be negative, because if I raise a negative to the 3rd power, it's negative. It's going to be negative 2x to the 3rd. But the sign here does not change, and that's the problem. So if, like we did before for odd functions, if we factor out a negative sign, if I put a negative in front, I've got 3x to the 5th, positive 2x to the 3rd, and I've got negative 3. And notice how this is not f of x. It's negative, and it's almost f of x, but this sign's different. So f of negative x does not equal negative f of x. F of negative x does not equal f of x. So therefore, neither odd or even function. And like I said, the easy way for these polynomials is just remember that this constant is going to be times x to the 0, because x to the 0, remember, x to the 0, if you don't remember, is always equal to 1. As long as x isn't 0. Okay. Because 0 to the 0 power is what we call an indeterminate form, so we don't worry about that. Okay? But x to the 0 is always equal to 1. So there you go. So that's kind of an easy way. Odd, odd, even, neither. Okay? If that makes sense.